This right here is too much. Real talk, this is too much. I feel like Diddy's apology is a day late and a quarter short. I feel like he did this too late. What do y'all think? Do you feel like he did this too late? This apology just came way too late at this point? Or is it just me?
Rehab. Had to ask God for his mercy and grace. I'm so sorry. But I'm committed to be a better man each and every day. I'm not asking for forgiveness. I'm truly sorry. It's so difficult to reflect on the darkest times in your life. Sometimes you gotta do that. I was fucked up.
He says this.
I hit rock bottom. But I make no excuses. My behavior on that video is inexcusable. I take full responsibility for my actions in that video. I'm disgusted. I was disgusted then when I did it. I'm disgusted now. I went and I sought out professional help. Now they're going to therapy. They're going to rehab. Had to ask God for his mercy and grace. I'm so sorry. But I'm committed to be a better man each and every day. I'm not asking for forgiveness. I'm truly sorry.
I'm truly sorry. Y'all, you should have prepared this apology when Cassie came out with her lawsuit. You should have said, after you settled with Cassie, that the reason why I settled with her, because I did her wrong. I hurt her in the past. I was abusive to her in the past. I put hands on her in the past. Everything that they say in that report, that she said in that report about me was facts. I was a demon. I was a devil. I was Diablo. I was the entity that she did not want to be around, and nobody wanted to be around. I was a horrible boyfriend. I was a horrible man at that time. And since that point, here's my receipts. I've been going to therapy to try and change my ways. I've been doing anger management. I've been doing everything that I can to not be that monster, that demon that was putting hands on her, that was dragging her in the hallway, that was blacking her eye, that was, hitting her in her ribs, was kicking her, was embarrassing her, making those videos where, that damn music video that she had to do half butt naked with me. Some eyes wide shut video. Where was that apology? Where was that apology, y'all? Where's that apology? Diddy's apology video. Is it too late? Is it coming too late or is it right on time? Which one is it? He said he hit rock bottom. Well, how do you think she felt being on the receiving hand of your abuse? Was that her rock bottom? Was her trying to escape you time and time again and you pulling her back in her rock bottom? And Kim Porter's last interview that she gave to a magazine, she said she had to leave you, Puffy, leave you, Sean Combs, leave you, Diddy, Brother Love. She had to leave you when you were not around and pack all her stuff and have moving people come in and take all her stuff up out that crib that she and you shared. She had to take all her stuff and leave when you wasn't around because she knew you would try to get her back. See, people had to read between the lines of what Kim Porter was trying to say. This apology, Sean Diddy Combs, your apology that you're apologizing while you're chilling at a very expensive villa, enjoying a nice vacation somewhere. Where are the tears? I want to hear that you are giving and donating money. That's what I want to hear. I want to hear that you're donating money. Hey, sis, how you doing, Tiara? How you doing? Shaking my head. He is trifling. Yeah, he is trifling. Absolutely. He is 100% trifling. I agree with you. Absolutely. Trifling. Trifling. You're right. You know, that I really do believe that yeah, you're right. I absolutely do believe that it is a PR apology that somebody sat down and wrote with him and showed him how to, show and convey emotions and stuff like that. I guarantee you. He paid somebody, because, Puffy has money still to pay a PR team to give him, to clean up what do you call them? The damage control people that come in and try to clean up the image. Even his Revolt co-founder is coming out and saying that he's disgusted by this man and what has come out. Yep, fraudulent PR, absolutely. Absolutely. That footage was too much to watch. When Cassie and multiple other women came forward, he denied everything and suggested that his victims were looking for a payday. That he was only compelled to apologize once his repeated denials were proven false. Shows his pathetic desperation, and no one will be swayed by his disingenuous words. But if you read the comments that are on his page, they're mostly women. After seeing this man drag this woman, it is mostly women in the comments, y'all. Yeah, it's definitely the cleanup crew has come in. You're absolutely right. I want to thank everybody who's watching me on, girl, that's what got me. I want to thank everybody who's watching me on different platforms. I mean, it's crazy how many more people watch me on different platforms than YouTube. It is so crazy. Like, Shout out to everybody. Thank you, sis, for tuning in on YouTube. But it is crazy, like the massive amount of people that watch me on other platforms. Than my YouTube. It is what it is. But honestly, if you look in these comments, I'm just saying we not God to prosecute people. Let's normalize praying for people instead of tearing them down. Praying for him and praying for Cassie. Praying for healing for all parties. The world needs so much prayers right now. Where was her prayers when she needed them? Everybody was saying that this girl was here for a payday. Why she ain't leave him all these years ago? Well, she must have enjoyed the fame. How about this girl tried to leave this man, and this man got up out his sleep, butt naked, and just threw a towel around him, his jilly junk, and chased her down in a hotel. Paid $50,000 for that evidence. He paid $50,000 for that evidence. And his ass is such a Diablo, he didn't even destroy it. He kept it. Who keeps a tape of you abusing a female? Apparently, this monster does. He does. He keeps it. Do you know that the employees at the hotel who saw the video, who saw it play out, begged and begged Cassie to leave Diddy? They begged her. They helped her get away from Diddy. She left, allegedly, and went to her crib, but came back. This woman, you broke her down so much. You was probably calling her that whole time she left. That this woman had to come back. After all that you did, throwing vases at her, everything at her, she had to come back. This is what you did. Girl, that's what got me. But these comments, these comments, it was a trophy. These comments in here is giving me, I don't know much and I don't care too much. It's beyond my tax bracket. This is what they said. But I'm a real life to my people. He who is without sin cast the first stone. Excuse me? This is what they're writing in the comments. Nobody's perfect. I understand that nobody's perfect, but damn, this man might be responsible for his own child's mother's not being here. This man gave years and years and years of abuse to this young lady who was half his age. He abused his power. He abused his authority. These allegations of trafficking and everything. If what Cassie is, if let's just say this, if what with this video proves that Cassie is telling the truth, then what else that Cassie said in those reports are true? Is the trafficking true? Is the drugs, the prescriptions, everything, these freak-offs, all the things that he did to her, are those true? Do we now believe her and everything she says without needing more evidence after watching the exact words that she said play out in a video? Now, imagine, does that mean that Little Rod and everything he said is true? Is what Little Rod said about Puffy's son powing somebody in the bathroom, and that person has now that person's disappeared? Is that true? It's a lot, y'all. Sean Diddy Combs settled civil lawsuit with Cassie so quickly because of the 2016 hotel surveillance video, says former CIA agent. Former CIA agent Tracy exclusively tells that she predicts something will come down soon in terms of charges. Sean Diddy Combs and Cassandra Cassie Ventura took a day to reach a settlement agreement after a lawsuit was filed last year, all because of recent released surveillance video, says Tracy, a former CIA and FBI special agent is now talking on this situation. They're not talking. Okay? They're not talking and chiming in on this. Now, with the release of that March 2016 surveillance video from the Intercontinental Hotel in Los Angeles that showed the music mogul in a towel grabbing, kicking, shoving his ex-girlfriend, like push. Did y'all watch that video of him hitting her in the back of the head? Shoving her outside an elevator. The footage resembled a scenario described in her lawsuit that accused Diddy of forcefully taking intimacy with her, trafficking, and domestic violence. Ventura described the incident where Combs became extremely intoxicated and punched Cassie in the face, giving her a black eye. Ventura described the incident where Combs became extremely intoxicated and punched her and gave her a black eye. Can you imagine what this girl's been through? She had to wait till this man fell asleep to attempt to leave the hotel, but he woke up and followed her. Can you imagine hearing this man screaming down the hall for you? He grabbed at her and then took a glass vase in the hallway and threw it at her. He must think he's invincible. And at that time, he probably did think and still believe he was invincible, that there was nothing can touch him. Just pay the $50,000 for the video and keep it moving and keep on abusing her until finally she was able to get away with her gym husband, Mr. Fines. Diddy never expected the video to get out. It's very upsetting that this has exceeded its statute of limitation. It does depend on what the charge could be, but it can range from 1 to 3 years. Felony assault in California has a statute of limitation of 3 years. Since this stemmed from 2016 incident, she wouldn't be able to file assault or battery in Los Angeles. It really throws water on Diddy and his legal team's argument that the government used too much force in his search warrants. Tracy worked as a CIA agent for 6 years, started in 2000, and then immediately worked for the FBI afterwards, where she was a special agent for 4 years. She suspects that the music mogul knew of this video. Of course he knew. He paid $50,000 for the video. Knew of other things he had been accused of, though he was acquitted of his charges. He knew he had an armed security team, and thus this was entirely an appropriate use of force. I think maybe something will come down soon in terms of charges, but it is interesting it was released now. She alleged that either Cassie's attorney or the hotel gave CNN the footage, since the hotel only got paid $50,000 to keep it quiet. So that means, did they make a copy? Did he pay the $50,000 for all of the audio, all of the video, all the evidence? And did the hotel make another copy? Did they give him a copy? Or was this released by the feds? Because this is a FBI agent talking, and she's saying either Cassie's lawyer, or the hotel released it. So Diddy paid $50,000 for that. Either the FBI released this. How did Cassie get it? How would Cassie get the video? Did she make a copy of it when she could, when she was there? Oh, Lord. That's an interesting. Where did that come from? I don't even know how to answer that, Socks. I think, Socks, you're gonna have to hit me up on Instagram or something. No, you just have to hit me on X, on Goddess Raven or Goddess Raven X or something like that. Okay. Just hit me up on X. I don't know if you can hit me up on here. Or maybe comment below on the video. I don't know. But yeah. How did they get that? How did they get it? Either Cassie, but how did she get it? Because he paid the hotel for it. So how did she get it? How did it get into the hands of the CNN? I guess we won't know until somebody tells us. But how did she get it? So I'm like Tracy saying, I'm wondering if she's wondering if Cassie or her attorney are frustrated there haven't been criminal charges yet federally, and that's why they did this. I would imagine Sean Combs won't be fighting any civil cases right now. In the past several months, 5 people have accused Combs of sexual assault and similar allegations. In November, he was accused of drugging and, forced intimacy a woman named Joy Dickerson Neal when she was a college student at, Secaucus University in 1991. The same day, Lisa filed a lawsuit against him, claiming that he and a singer, Aaron Hall, his freaky behind, who likes to be an exhibitionist and do it in front of people, took turns with her and a friend in New Jersey more than 30 years ago. A month later, Combs was accused of sexual assault by a 4th victim who alleged he, former Bad Boy Entertainment president Harvey, and a 3rd individual labeled as 3rd assailant of sex trafficking and gang, what that word is, gang, forced intimacy again when she was only 17. Combs issued a blanket denial of all allegations against him in a statement to People in December. And, he made that whole thing about enough is enough. For the last couple of weeks, I have sat here and watched people try to assassinate my character, destroy my reputation and my legacy. No, mother effer, you did that to yourself because you got drunk off of power. You got drunk off of this thing that celebrities have where they're invincible because they're billionaires and they can do whatever they want. But you know what? Just like Epstein, he fell down. He had his own island and was doing his own freak off on that island. And even he eventually got caught and he unalived himself allegedly, but he didn't unalive himself. Somebody unalived him. And he went down. Now, if Epstein went down, Puffy, you knew your ass was going down. So I don't know. People has reached out to Combs and Ventura's attorneys and the CNN representation for comment about the specifics of the footage, but they could not immediately be reached. Now, earlier today, after the surveillance footage was released, Cassie's lawyer, Douglas, said in a statement shared with People that the gut-wrenching video has only further confirmed the disturbing and predatory behavior of Mr. Combs. This ain't good. This ain't good. He when the FBI says that the chances of you facing some charges, once they say there's a chance of you facing some type of charges, that means there's a very high chance he's gonna be facing some charges, and could he go away to jail? Possibly, but he has so much money that I don't know. But look at Tekashi. Tekashi was facing a whole bunch of charges too, and he was able to snitch and get his way out of it. I think when the feds come in, they just want the source of where the drugs are coming from. So I think if Puffy gives up the source of where them drugs is coming from, he probably won't face no jail time. Even though he is facing federal, sex trafficking investigations and stuff like that and civil lawsuits. He might just settle them instead of going through this whole process. He might. Now, law enforcement sources told the Times that Combs is the subject of a sweeping inquiry into sex trafficking allegations that resulted in a federal raid in March at his estates in Los Angeles and Miami. Combs has not been charged with any crime and has denied any wrongdoing. The probe was launched after 3 women accused him of the rape, assault, and other abuses dating back 3 decades. So the Los Angeles County District Attorney Office called the video extremely disturbing and difficult to watch, but said there is no current investigation into it. So he basically got away with this. But a lot of people are saying this is a major blow to Combs' denial that he mistreated women and is likely to shift public opinion about the star. This video paints him in an awful light. If the people were giving him the benefit of the doubt, that is over. Combs' apology was the only play, especially since the statute of limitations had already passed. And this is what another former federal prosecutor agreed and said, there's no legal or moral justification for what Diddy did. He violently attacked a defenseless woman. The video doesn't lie. When Ventura filed her lawsuit, Combs' attorney said the claims were riddled with baseless and outrageous lies, aiming to tarnish Mr. Combs' reputation and just seek a payday. Now, the video, both Shapiro and the prosecutor says presents major credibility challenges. The problem here is he denied hitting Ventura, and then in the video, he is even kicking her when she's down. Diddy's sharp denial early on are going to hurt him as the investigation progresses. And this is what an Orange County defense attorney who has experience with federal, sex offenses and cases like that. An apology needed to be detailed enough for the public to gain some insight into why he behaved so violently in the first place, and why, after attending counseling and engaging in years of self-reflection, he continued to deny assaulting Cassie. This fell far short of that. The video could require Combs' legal team to argue his treatment of Ventura was an isolated event and not a pattern of behavior towards women. That's what he's going to have to do. So they're already starting to talk about what could his defense and stuff be, y'all. Okay, they're already talking about what his defense can be, of how he's going to try to wiggle his way out of this situation, y'all. They're saying that this was the only time, this video is the only time that he put hands on her. When we know that's not true. Cassie don't talk about a few damn times. So we'll see. The recording dated March 5th, 2016 shows Ventura in a hoodie and carrying a duffel bag walking in a hotel hallway towards an elevator. Combs can be seen running down the same hallway, shirtless and holding a towel around his waist. That girl was barefoot, running, trying to get away from this man, barefooted. She didn't even put her both shoes on before that man hit her. And I'm trying to think, who gave that video up? If this man paid for it, who gave it up? The footage also shows Ventura using a hotel phone by the elevators, as well as Combs going back to his hotel room and then separately seemingly shoving Ventura into a corner. He's also seen throwing a vase in her direction. Ventura also accused Combs in her lawsuit of forced intimacy, forcing her to engage in acts with male sex workers and introducing her to a drug-fueled substance abuse, excessive alcohol. That was the keeper in that, complicit state of mind that required her to procure illicit prescription to satisfy his own addiction. Now, what he could do is he could use his drug addiction. Y'all. He could use his drug addiction. You hear me? He could use his drug addiction as a reason why he behaved the way he did. Because drugs can make some people become a monster. Drugs can take to take a normal person and turn them into a flipping beast. That's one of that could be a defense that he might possibly use. He might possibly use the defense of, his drug habit, that his drug and alcohol habit fueled him into becoming this monster that was very abusive and short-tempered. Okay? Because she's saying that he was using her when he couldn't get any more prescriptions because he done burned every bridge by, trying to get as much drugs as he can under his own name. And when he couldn't get any more underneath his name, she was starting to get stuff for him as well. Somebody who's using as many drugs as they were saying. But then again, that's no excuse. No excuse. So, little is known about the federal probe, including the identities of any of the alleged victims. People with knowledge of the investigation says federal investigators are seeking telecommunications and flight records related to Combs. That's the trafficking and the, possible drug stuff. Like, they're trying to see, okay, how many times did he fly out of state? Where did he fly to? And all of this when he was trafficking women and, with the drugs and this drug mule. That's what they're trying to figure out. Okay, so they're trying to figure that out. Back in March, investigators searching Combs' home emptied the safes, dismantled electronics, and left papers strewed in some rooms. Now, the U.S. Department of Homeland Security investigates most sex trafficking operations for the federal government. Legal experts say one reason the agency could be involved in this case is because the women involved in the allegations against Combs might be from other countries. What? So this might be involving people from other countries as well? So this might be some real international crime ring. Combs' lawyers have strongly, of course, criticized the federal probe, calling the searches of his home some militarized and a witch hunt. But is it, if they're saying it's involving, women that are overseas? So, whew, Diddy got a lot going on. This apology ain't enough, y'all. I don't know about you, but is this apology enough? Is it? And I'm, I don't think 50 Cent should be talking, y'all. I'm about to make a video. I'm going to make a video about 50. 50 is over here talking a lot of stuff, but 50 is being accused of, forced intimacy with his baby mama. She's taking him to court for forced intimacy, and abuse. 50 is being accused of abuse, y'all. Okay? His baby mama, his first baby mama, y'all. I don't know. We might not want to be so, defending of 50 because he burned his baby mama house down. Did y'all forget that he made his baby mama homeless? I'm starting to think these men in this industry, boy, they just don't care. Once they start making their money, they think they're invincible and they can just do whatever they can, do whatever they want to women and people and men and whoever. And there's no repercussions for that. But y'all keep forgetting that this man, he burnt down his baby mama crib and left her and her son homeless because he wanted to control who was in the house. He's been trolling his second baby mom. He's been fighting with his first kid. So, y'all, I'm thinking 50 might be talking all this ish to all of y'all and all of us about Puffy because he don't want y'all talking about him and all the cases he's facing or his past. And I know 50 petty, but I don't know. Y'all comment below and tell me I'm about to say y'all comment below and tell me what y'all think, or even comment here, or even voice your opinion and tell me what y'all think. Because now other people, will celebrities still be out here defending him? Will people still be defending Puffy? Is this sorry enough? Is this sorry that he gave us right here?
It's so difficult to reflect on
Enough?
The darkest times in your life. But sometimes you got to do that.
Does he chill at his expensive villa? Is it enough?
I mean, I hit rock bottom. But I make no excuses. My behavior on that video is inexcusable. I take full responsibility for my actions in that video. I'm disgusted. I was disgusted then when I did it. I'm disgusted now. I went and I sought out professional help. I had to go into therapy, and go into rehab. Had to ask God for his mercy and grace. I'm so sorry. But I'm committed to be a better man each and every day. I'm not asking for forgiveness. I'm truly sorry. It's so difficult to reflect on the darkest times in your life.
Mm-hmm. It's so hard to reflect on the darkest time on your life. Nah, it's not hard. You can do it. Okay? Cassie had to do it. Right? Cassie got to do it. Cassie got to do it, right? Cassie got to reflect back on her darkest times, right? She had to write, help, tell all of what happened to her and put it out there for the whole world to see. Okay, if she can do it, you can do it. But these comments right here talking about, nobody's perfect. Somebody wrote, it is disturbing and inhumane what Diddy did to Cassie, but who are we to judge him? Oh, excuse me? Diddy claimed to be a changed man promoting love a few years ago. It's unfortunate that his past has come back to haunt him, even as he's a changed man. Are you listening to this? Are you seeing this? Somebody wrote that, this was 8 years ago. This person is a changed person. It's been 8 years. This man is posting an apology, and here come the people to tear him down. We're not God, so let's not judge him. If half the stuff some of y'all did was put to the world on video, then some would be totally quiet. She stayed with him years after the video, so she must have forgave him. And here y'all in these people business, genuinely praying for all involved. Do you see this? There's somebody writing, this was 8 years ago. Okay, why are we talking about this now? Like, who cares? It's been 8 years. Like, Diddy should have never did that, but it's time to not judge Diddy. Only God can. You see all these comments? What the f is wrong with, and these are women. All these comments are from women. You don't see not one comment from a black man, a Latino man, a Chinese man, a white man, a Native American man, an Eskimo. You don't see anything in these comments but black women saying, oh, that was 8 years ago. Big man, forgive him. Okay? We can't judge him. Only God can. And this is why the community is the way it is. We don't hold nothing or no one accountable. That's why DJ Vlad won't be canceled. That's why in 3-4 years, there's going to be a bad boy forever victory tour. Boom, boom, we ain't going nowhere. We can't stop. What? No matter how I abuse somebody, it's bad boy for life. Yep, we don't. Yeah, there's gonna be one of those. Oh my God, they playing Faith Evans. Puffy got totaled out here. What? Oh, Pam dancing. Give it 3-4 years, and we gonna be rocking to a bad boy tour, and Little Kim with her plastic surgery having faith is going to be doing the model dance. Yeah. We're going to forgive. We are going to forgive. Y'all, I got to go. But yeah, this apology from the community, from the way it looks on Instagram where he put this video, it seems like most people have forgiven him already. They're saying we can't judge him. This is up to God. This is entirely in God's hands. We are not judging him. If you look at the comments on Instagram where he posted this video, people have already forgiven Diddy. He's been forgiven already for everything he's done. Crazy. So, will he be invited to celebrity events? I don't know. I don't think so. I don't think he'll be invited to any celebrity events and stuff. Girl, I fought to not respond to those comments. Yeah. You know what? It's not worth fight. It's not worth commenting in those comments. Honestly, it absolutely is not worth commenting in those comments. It absolutely is not. You know why? This is our community that we're in. Our community doesn't hold men accountable for their actions. We are incapable of canceling people. Okay, we are incapable of canceling people. We have known that Puffy has been a cancer to the artist that he has. He has robbed his artists. You know, Craig Mack died broke in a cult. Loon has found God. Mace has found God. Most of the people that Puffy worked with have either died or found God, or have went to jail, or have ended up broke. He has done nothing good for any of the people. And then to top it off, one of his sons has now come out and said, that was a long time ago. Can we get over it? It was a long time ago. That was a long time ago. He's not the same type of person. Can we let go of this? Yes or no? Son, sit this one out. Be quiet like Quincy Brown is doing, okay? Al B. Short Kid is he's just staying light skinned and dancing around and making his little TikTok videos. He don't want none of the smoke and none of the BS. He is keeping quiet. He's absolutely keeping quiet. Yeah, I'm out. I'm done because I feel like I need to go take me a shower and rinse myself off after just talking about Diddy. I feel dirty. I feel dirty after talking about Diddy for a while. I want to say thank you for the 14 that's watching me on X. Thank you for the people that are watching me on Twitch. Thank you for the people that's watching me on Facebook. You know, thank you for everybody who's watching me everywhere. And thank you for the people that's watching me on YouTube. Jeez, a lot of eyes watching it in different directions. I want to say thank you for everybody who watched and tuned in. I appreciate y'all. Absolutely. I do. I appreciate y'all so much. I don't know. I don't know if Puffy will ever face charges. I don't know if Puffy will ever face charges where he has a chance of actually going to jail for all of the things he's done. And if Cassie's lawyer released this because they're tired, because they want to see some action on the situation, I don't know if this is going to force the some charges to come about, because it's too late. And the feds, they might only be concerned with the trafficking and the money laundering and drugs. And if Puffy could prove that he's not involved in that, and that he know of it but didn't, or even he could just say that because of my drug addiction, I was trying to get all those drugs here for my personal use, he might get away with shit. He might get away with all of this. People with money have ways of getting away with stuff. But then again, look at Martha. Martha Stewart had to face time. She ended up having to go to jail for what is insider trading. So if Martha ass could go to jail, Puffy could go to jail too. And I'll appreciate every last one of y'all who tuned in. I really do. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate it. Thank you, sis, for tuning in and commenting and stuff like that. I really appreciate it. And I will talk to y'all soon. I got to go. It's been 49 minutes. I think that's long enough talking to y'all. I really do feel dirty. I want to take me another shower. Talking about Puffy. On that note, I am out. And I'll see y'all soon. Goodbye.